It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy BigAL here, and today I got some tips for Fortnite Battle Royale that are gonna help you guys win more games and get loads of kills. And guys, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I'm a beast at this game, so if you don't achieve the same results as I do, then you just need to get good. I'm only joking, guys. These tips will help you start winning games, guaranteed. So let's jump right into it. The first thing I'm going to talk about is probably one of the most important things in Fortnite, and that's your aim, guys. My aim was always pretty good, no matter what game I played, just blessed, I guess. But one thing I always did was played on a pretty high sensitivity, and my aim really started to improve after I lowered my sensitivity quite a lot. Using a lower sensitivity helped me aim a lot more accurately, especially at medium to long range, and it really didn't take too much time to get used to it. There was a bit of a learning curve, especially for close engagements, but once I got past that, my shots were always more accurate and I was a lot more consistent with my accuracy. And that's really important when you're playing Fortnite. You want to be as consistent as possible. Before changing my sensitivity, I had always thought that most pro players used a high sensitivity, which, I mean, that's why I stuck to it this whole time, but I was completely wrong with that. Another key aspect to help you guys improve your aim is when you're engaging someone and fighting someone, crouching when you can helps improve your shots. As you can see, when you crouch, your crosshair will get a little smaller. That indicates that there'll be less bullet spread and your shots will be more accurate. This is also true when you're standing still. If you're moving around, your shots won't be as accurate. And while you don't want to stand completely still because it makes you an easy target, it's important to know when facing off against someone. But with that being said, do not, I repeat, do not just stand at the top of your base crouching and not moving while shooting an entire clip at someone, because you're way too vulnerable and you can easily be killed. I can't tell you guys how many times I've seen this, and all it takes is one sniper shot to end that guy's game. Jumping right into this next tip, it's more for close quarters fighting. I always keep a shotgun with you throughout the whole game, because if you're in a close quarters fight with someone, it's pretty much the only gun you want to have. You can take people out with 1 to 2 shots, so it's extremely effective at these close ranges. Also, in a close range scenario, you want to be constantly moving around and jumping to avoid being shot by your opponent. This is really easy to do as long as you work on your jump aiming with a shotgun, but that's actually a lot easier than you think. There's a lot of time from when you jump to while you're in the air to actually shoot someone. The next tip I want to get to is to just utilize the building mechanics that are in the game, guys. They're literally there to be used. You're supposed to use them, and so many people don't use them. You can use building to instantly gain cover when you need it. There's been so many times I've shot at people at like a medium distance and they don't even attempt to build anything. They're just running around like trying to see, what are you doing? Just build some cover, get some cover, keep your health high, and you'll be good. It's one of the most fundamental parts of the game, and if you're not building, you need to start. Not only can you use it for cover, but when you get advanced with it, guys, quotations on that advanced there, you can even use it to be extremely aggressive and rush some people. The best way, I think, to start getting used to building and using it is, first off, rebind those F1 to F4 keys. They're so far away, and when they're closer, rebound is something you know. It's so much easier to tap that and switch between shooting and building. After you get the keys in a comfortable spot, I want you guys to start using it. Switch to building every single time you get shot at, and you'll see a difference in your playing. You'll be able to build cover when someone engages you, and you'll keep your health high while being able to spot the enemy and then start returning fire. This next tip is pretty important for you guys, and that's to always take the high ground when you can. You want to allow yourself to get the height advantage in pretty much every scenario if you can. If you've watched any good players, you might have heard them say something about getting this height advantage on someone, how important it is, but why is that so important? Who cares, you know? I'll tell you why right now. Overall, having the high ground advantage gives you more control over fights. This is because you'll have vision over so many more people, pretty much everyone in your vicinity, and you'll be able to look down on your enemies compared to being on the low ground where it's harder to see and spot enemies, especially when they're up higher than you. You'll find it's much easier to take peek shots at enemies when you have the height advantage, and more often than not, you'll be able to shoot into an enemy's base and kill them that way. Also, it's harder for them to reach you, whereas you can just jump down if you have the height advantage. They'd either need to use a launch pad or build up if they want to reach you, but that would leave them extremely exposed while building. And even with the launch pad, they still might not make it to you if you're high. Not only is it important for medium to long range engagements, it's just as important for close range engagements too, guys. You'll be able to aim at your opponent's head while they're still aiming at your feet. This can be game changing when it comes to a shotgun battle. If your opponent has the height advantage, this doesn't mean that they'll win hands down every time, but it is important to remember that you are at a disadvantage and you want to play accordingly to that. Many times you can still rush these players if they have a high advantage on you, and to do that you'll need to build up to them, but you have to remember you'll be exposed while doing so. So it's best to rush a player after you've landed some detrimental hits on them, because you'll usually surprise them when they're healing and you can usually easily finish them off. This is a case where being aggressive and rushing another player allows you to limit their time to heal, and you can kill them while they're still low. This last tip I want to give you guys is extremely easy to do. All of you will be able to do this right from the game, right when you finish this video, and that's to just figure out why you keep dying. A lot of people are saying, hey, BigAL, I'm not getting these wins, I keep dying. My question to you is why? Why did you die? What could you have done better in that scenario where you wouldn't have died? You would have got the kill and you could have prevented even being killed and being out of the game. That's one of the most fundamental things. So just ask your question that every time you die, what did I do wrong and what could I have done better in that situation so I wouldn't die? But guys, if any of these tips helped you out, go ahead and leave a comment, let me know. Like the video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because guys, I got plenty more videos to come. I'll see you guys in the next one.